guys, my name is Phạm Thanh Tùng and my ID is BABAIU21296. I'm a sophomore student in International University and welcome to my e-commerce presentations about the case study Weathering the Storm, Twitter tweaks its business model. My presentation will be divided into 3 parts. The first one is information about Twitter. The second one is summary the case, and the last one I will answer 5 questions in the case study, and I will leave my address at the end of my presentations so that you can contact to me to ask some questions related to the presentation. Thank you very much. And now let's get into it. Firstly, I would like to provide some information about Twitter to you guys. So, Twitter is a social networking service based on 140 character text messages. Its basic idea was to marry short-text messaging on cell phones with the web and its ability to create social groups. Twitter was launched in July 2006 by Jack Dorsey, Noah Glass, Bill Stone, and Evan Williams. And in April 2020, it had over 185 million daily active users worldwide. The 5,000 tweets a day that it began with in 2006 had turned into a deluge of around 6,000 tweets per second and 500 million per day worldwide. Twitter also allows users to post and interact with messages known as tweets. Next, let me briefly review the case today for you. So, since the co-founder Jack Dorsey took over in place of Chief Executive Officer Dick Costolo in 2015, there is a significant reform on Twitter, moving away some products and features such as music, Vine by now, improving details such as increasing 140 to 280 characters text message on each tweet, streaming video capability, putting sports footage on the platform, applying machine learning capability in API, formulas to raise user experience to tweets, advertisements, safe conservations. In the COVID-19, Twitter had to suffer a lot of pressures. Share price are significantly fluctuated. Although user engagement increased significantly during that time, advertising declined by almost 30% compared to the similar period in 2018. Revenue has decreased as a result of social distance, stay-at-home measures, and the suspension of big sport leagues. In order to attract more advertisers, Twitter has changed its approach to focus on direct response, download, and install games. However, Twitter still believes it is well suited to weather the storm, with Dorsey noting that Twitter's overarching purpose is to serve the public conservation, and that in times such as this, that work has never been more critical. And finally, the last part will come up with the case study, and this will involve 5 questions. Okay, let's move to question number 1. What are Twitter's most important assets? Twitter has a number of important assets such as user attention, significant audience size, or unique visitors, and its searchable database of tweets which contain the real-time comments, observations, and opinions of its audience. Twitter has become essential in modern society as a media platform, like simple text messages to article reviews, photographs, videos, and animated image. For the instant distribution of news that many in the tech industry believe resembles a public utility. However, Twitter has struggled to develop a profitable business model and display consistent growth, and its financial results and stock price have not matched its popularity and influence. About question number 2, how has Twitter's business model evolved since it was founded? So, according to the textbook, I will divide this timeline into 5 milestones from 2013 to 2019. In 2013, Twitter became a publicly traded company with a valuation at the time of around $14 billion. The public offering was considered a resounding success, with the share price up nearly 75% on opening day. Despite the company's lack of profitability, in 2015, acknowledging a need for a change in direction, Chief Executive Officer Dick Costolo stepped down, replaced by the co-founder Jack Dorsey. In 2016, development on the service halted due to user lukewarm response, and it was then phased down. Other services that failed to take off, such as Twitter's music app, were shelved, and even popular features like its Vine app for short-form video was discontinued. In 2017, Twitter made changes to bolster its ability to deliver the news, including increasing the character limit for tweets from 140 characters to 280 characters, and showing more promoted news content in user timelines. And in 2019, Twitter derives the majority of its revenue from advertising, with 87% of its revenue coming from various advertising products, with more than 90% showing on mobile device. Next, we will move on with question number 3. Why is machine learning an important initiative for Twitter? So, according to the textbook, developing machine learning capabilities has also been an important initiative for Twitter. It established an internal research group called Cortex that focuses on improving Twitter by enabling advanced artificial technologies. Twitter eliminated its less effective advertising formats, focusing only on those that deliver the best engagement for advertisers. In November 2019, Twitter acquired Aiden, which had developed machine learning software that provides recommendations for social media advertisers and content creators, detecting cost anomalies and automatically allocating budgets. Twitter is also focusing on techniques to promote that it calls conversational health, adjusting its algorithm to ensure that low-quality tweets are less accessible in research and conversations. Twitter also changing its API to prohibit links and content from being shared from many accounts at once, which is a common technique used by Twitter bots, so that dummy account cannot use to spread misinformation. Number 4 is about what steps has Twitter taken to improve conversational health on its platform. So in 2019, it acquired startup company Fabula AI, which had developed machine learning technology to detect network manipulation and online disinformation. Fabula AI's team will join Twitter's Cortex group, and after that, Twitter striking a balance between allowing free speech and policing unacceptable hate speech and deliberate misinformation will continue to be a difficult challenge for Twitter. But Dorsey had candidly embraced it, saying that the company has not done enough and must do better. To further enhance the conversational health of the platform, Twitter banned political ads, with some minor exceptions, such as ads in support of voter registration. And last but not least, prohibit issues by advertisers from targeting users based on geographic location, political leaning, or affiliation. Let's move to the last question of the case study. Question number 5 saying that how has the COVID-19 pandemic impacted Twitter? So, when the COVID-19 pandemic hit the world, the first consequence for Twitter is that it recorded an overall loss for the first time since the third quarter of 2017. Although results for the period from January through early March were as expected, from that time forward to the end of the quarter, revenue dropped precipitously. Adding to the turmoil, an activist investor group that acquired a significant chunk of Twitter's shares sought to have those removed as chief executive officer. While Jules Woodridge, leaving Dorsey in place for the time being, his future remains somewhat uncertain. And the last one is event cancellation due to social distancing and stay-at-home measures, as well as the suspensions of major sports leagues and the 2020 Summer Olympics will likely continue to negatively impact its advertising revenues, which are heavily event-driven. And that is the end of my presentation. Here is some reference that I used to make the video, and here is my address. In the case that you want to contact me to ask some question about the case study, I'm glad to answer your question as soon as possible. So, thank you for listening and see you again.